Hangout is now live.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yay! Well, that looks like us.
It does, but the question is, where are we on YouTube now?
I don't know. Go to YouTube.
I am, and we're not here.
Well, we're live. It says we're live.
But I don't know where. I don't know where. We're not popping up at all.
Check subscriptions.
Nothing.
We're apparently not on YouTube.
We're not on. We're probably on this Google
Google Hands.
thing, but
Yeah, but Google owns YouTube, so.
it does.
Yeah.
But I can't find
Yes,
us.
we are live on
Ha!
YouTube.
Victory!
Where?
Go us!
Oh, it just showed up on my phone.
I'm still
The
not seeing
thumbnail's
anything.
got. Actually, I kind of like this thumbnail.
I'm deeply amused by that
What?
thumbnail. Just deeply, deeply amused.
Where are we? Why isn't it showing up on mine? I did. Uploads. I've got it. One go, and then this one that's a blank screen that doesn't do anything. I can't find this.
There.
Okay, well, as long as we're working. So I guess I have the podcast there.
Excellent. Hi, we're live. Welcome to my home, which also doubles as the Living with Media / Live the Nerd Life offices. My name is Aaron Golden. I write a weekly article called God of Comics, and I'm here to talk comics today.
I keep on forgetting that we're live.
No,
Okay.
just look around.
Okay, I'm gonna
I'm gonna.
sit down here, I guess.
Yeah, you can tell that we've been having issues.
Oh man, have we ever been having issues?
Right. Only took us issues of comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
But hey, we've got a pretty good setting now. I think I'm going to turn off this particular light because it's a blinding presence on the screen, and that's no good.
No. And introduce yourself.
Myself?
Yourself.
Hi, Internet. I'm Nathan, part of the Nerd Curve crew.
Aspiring actor
I guess.
extraordinaire.
Done a couple things. By couple, I mean things I'll never heard of.
That's okay.
But I mean, people will hear about them.
We all start somewhere.
Go watch them. They're fun.
I will. What are they?
You can see me in a little music video called After Rain by the artist Chris McCracken. Cool. Local Vancouver artist. And you can also check me out in a silent short film. I don't remember the titles.
Awesome.
You gotta know what you're in, what you're about.
Not meant to be. That's what I meant.
Not meant to be.
Not meant to.
All right.
To.
Not meant to be here. All right. And I am Jenna. I am also a nerd, right? I work at a comic store called Big Piece Collectibles, and I'm a avid cosplayer, reader, and gamer. Yeah.
We just really like comics. That's really what it boils down
That's
to.
pretty
Yeah.
much-
We're,
That's why I'm here.
My eye line keeps going up to the TV because that's where the screen is. So I'm like, what do we look like?
you know,
Gotta
like
look at Magic the
camera.
Gathering.
Yes. I still can't find this stream on YouTube, guys. I don't know.
Shut up on my phone. So we can.
Okay, well, I wanted
Check it
to
on mine.
see if there was like a chat going, because if people are asking us questions, then we're going to be ignoring them.
That's true.
Then we can answer that.
But we can't because I can't find the chat.
It's so
I
sad.
can't find the chat.
You would think it would show up on
On the computer over
Yeah.
the phone? Yeah, you would think, but no.
then it actually have a reason. Yeah, we're good ish.
Okay. Is there a chat going on?
No, there's one person watching us.
Oh, well, thank you, one person, for watching our first live stream, which is starting almost an hour late because we suck.
Like an hour and 20 minutes late.
Well, no, we were going to start at 8:30.
Oh.
So, yeah. But anyways, enough about how much we suck.
Yep.
And let's move on to comics, the reason we're here. So, Aaron, would you speak about
We show what
TV shows?
hands.
Sure. Okay, so I've got lovely copy of Tomboy here by Mia Goodwin and Action Lab Comics. Action Lab is a small independent press that does a lot of really, really interesting things. They I'm trying to think of this one comic that they did that I thought was actually really, really funny, where the best and brightest of Earth's populace actually leaves. Like, most of humanity ends up leaving Earth, and there's, because of overpopulation, so the ones that are left, there's like 100,000 people left on Earth, and it becomes a paradise for them, and then aliens invade. And this one guy who's been like raised up on 80s action movies is like, this is everything I could have ever wanted, and it was phenomenal. And I apologize, Action Labs, because I can't remember the name, but Tomboy is fantastic. I know Jenna has also been reading it.
Yes. I picked it up because I'm really into like the LGBTQ community, and one thing that I find really interesting is that tomboys are often like really underrepresented, and I wanted to like see like, oh, like, maybe this will be a good one to kind of recommend to people who aren't necessarily trans but don't really act in like the what's considered like super feminine type of way. That's why I picked it up, but it's not really about that.
Completely different.
Yeah, it's like magical girls gone really, really violent.
That is very much it.
Yes.
That is everything this okay, so it's a comic about a government and police corruption and a cover-up of terrible serial murders that are going on, and a massive conspiracy that has poisoned an entire town and threatens to go larger than that. And there's a lawsuit and stuff, like people are not being represented, people are being left to die. And this person is assassinated in front of a 15-year-old girl, and it awakens something within her, and she is a legit magical girl. Mm-hmm. And we have been wondering, wait, is this a thing that just happens? And it turns out that no, we find out in this issue that it is in fact linked to the experiments that the people are trying to cover up in the first place, and possibly to something much greater, like a magic that has gone dormant for way the hell too long. And so we're stuck with this girl who's basically having a nervous breakdown. Her grandfather knows way more about this than he really should. And it's terrifying and violent and heartbreaking. And Jenna was actually here when I finished reading this particular issue. And there was a point about halfway through, well, you describe it. What did I do?
Well, basically, you just kind of kept on saying, no. Wait, why is there no more comic? No. I can't. And like,
yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. And there was a lot of oh my gods as well.
Yeah, because oh my god, this comic is not for kids.
No, definitely not.
No. Like, you think Luther Strode is a violent comic? Luther Strode's got nothing on Tomboy. It is an absolute bloodbath of a comic.
Which is really funny because, like, looking at the covers, you wouldn't assume that.
Yes, I had a quick flip through it while we were resolving our technical issues.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, what a cute little cover. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, it's horrifying.
The art is really cutesy, and
which makes it worse.
It's kind of like a mix between Western and Japanese.
Reminds me a lot of Wayward. In terms of the art style. Mm-hmm. And the writing is actually of that quality. Like, it's
way darker.
Much. Violence doesn't necessarily equal dark. There's a lot of stuff in Wayward that is like very much mature audiences only, because most of the time when people say, oh, this is a mature story, what they're really saying is there's a lot of nudity and a lot of blood, and that's not mature, that's adolescent. Maturity is a representation of concepts, I think. And Wayward does that really, really well, and so does this comic, in that it's playing with the nature of reality in a way that very, very few comics emulate. Like the only other comic that really comes to mind that does something similar to what's going on here would be The Clean Room. It Gail Simone.
Yeah.
But this comic is much more visceral than The Clean Room. The Clean Room is sort of a scientific, detached Lovecraftian horror.
Mhm.
This is very much. This is more Soska Sisters, I would
Yeah.
actually say.
Yeah, they
Like-
should get them to read it.
Yeah, oh my god.
Honestly, Sisters and Gigi Guerrero. I'm supposed to have an audition for her. But she is big.
Oh.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah.
Jen and Sylvia would absolutely love this comic. And we should probably get it to them because, my god.
And if you guys don't know who Jen and Sylvia Soska are, then you should
You
look
have
into it.
Issue, and you need to go and see American Mary
American
right
Mary
now.
is a fantastic movie. We should do a episode just on it because
I would be
talk about
I would
that
be happy
movie.
to do their entire discography because I love their movies. Like
Have
going
you
from
seen American Mary?
okay, we need to do like the whole
We'll live stream it while you watch it.
we
Figure out.
need to do like Dead Hooker and Trunk, American Mary, See No Evil 2, and Vendetta
Yeah.
because they're that good and they're worth seeing.
Also, okay.
Yeah.
So good. Yes.
Um,
Tomboy.
Tomboy is phenomenal. Would recommend, but it is not for the squeamish. It is not for kids. It's a magical girl horror movie, is what it is, and it's phenomenally done. But it's
Like Madoka level violent.
yeah, actually, it's Madoka the comic, but dealing with real world issues.
Yes. So if you like Madoka, give Tomboy a check.
Loved Madoka.
I was very surprised when episode 3 came around.
Yeah.
And it started rolling quite literally.
Uh-huh. Just
Yes.
you see the movie,
No. Not
the
yet.
cake.
But we're sidetracked now.
Yeah.
So let's move on.
Okay. Second
Yeah.
comic, and yeah, I was. Well, I think we're gonna
Yeah.
double team
The
Detective
second-
Comics. I just quickly want to do a shout out to another comic.
Is it Hour?
It's not
Oh, I don't. Oh, is it Divinity?
shocking. No.
Oh,
Both
Valiant.
of those. Both of those are comics you should probably read. Divinity is fantastic. Exo Manowar is like the best of all comics. And that's something I've been saying for, I don't know, the past 4 years.
Yeah.
And Divinity is phenomenal. Just mind-breaking in what the scope of that comic actually is. But Cryptocracy is actually what I wanted to talk about. So Cryptocracy is a comic about the real world and how 9 families have secretly controlled the world since time immemorial throughout all of human history. And various, like there are bearmen and stuff, but all of them have been in hiding on order of the 9 families forever. And the 9 families have been at war with one another, and all of the wars that people suffer have been power plays among them to sort of cement their own control of the world. And this figure that they have no way of predicting or combating starts hunting them down. And it's incredible. It's incredibly well written, really good art. Again, like just in terms of sheer scale and concept, it's really, really interesting to watch these people that think they're in control panic and try to come to terms with, oh God, we're being hunted now. It's like what we do to normal people. This isn't okay. And I don't know, I really like stories like that. I get a lot of my comics digitally, so I can't show that one off because I think he had like 1 or 2 copies of it, and both of them sold. Yeah.
We
Because it's really good.
couldn't bring it with us.
Really, really good. If you can track down a copy, it's well worth reading. Just
Pick it up on Comicsology too. It's probably on there.
yeah.
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse.
You can check out the cover on Twitter and Instagram. We posted our pics up there.
Yep.
So
It's also I've got a write up on it on Live the Nerd Life under the God of Comics monkey art.
Ooh, we have 2 people talking to us in the chat, guys.
Neat.
We've got Greg and the Paladins Lord.
Well, hello, Greg, and hello, the Paladins Lord. Good eve to you.
Thanks for watching after an hour of lateness.
We totally appreciate your patience.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll try to be better.
We're going to be talking about Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time we very much do the setup as opposed to your laptop.
Yeah, because my laptop is absolute crap.
Yeah. And,
But I love it. It's my big.
and this thing was built to be a media player, so it's
It's good. We should get a better webcam though.
Yeah.
Just so it's not so grainy.
oh, this thing was top of the line webcam when I got it.
Back in like 2001.
No, this is actually a little more recent. This is 2011, maybe.
Wow, how times have changed.
Yeah, it's like a 720p webcam, but I mean we could definitely spring for a 4K one.
Eventually.
Yeah, not that I think YouTube can support 4K yet.
Probably not. This is probably like the top quality that YouTube can have anyways.
I don't know.
1080p.
Maybe.
I got looking up at the screen and being like, "What's
No, I keep on looking at it. I'm not looking at the camera. I'm just looking at this. I get really easily distracted.
It's okay. I think we all do. As anybody who watched our Pokemon Go thing
Yeah.
would be able to attest.
I think my phone's pretty much dead or else.
Oh, someone thought that we were talking about Pokemon. Oh no.
We already did our Pokemon Go video. We'll probably talk about Pokemon Go again. There's a very good chance that we'll get someone to follow us around while we play Pokemon Go.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Sorry, Paladins Lord. We talked about Pokemon Go last week.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. There's a focus stop like literally right there. So
And another one that's right there.
yeah, so but that one you can get from where we're sitting right now.
The other
Yeah.
one you can get from this spot.
Oh, so you can get 2 for 1.
Can't get the other one from that.
So
Sweet.
Greg is the one that came to the store
Yeah.
from Mexico. So hello, Greg.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for coming from Mexico, and hopefully we'll see you in January
Yeah.
because we want to meet you guys.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Should be right today.
Maybe there might be fancy off in LA acting.
I'll be in school, or you might be here acting. God knows there's a lot of shooting here.
Yeah. It's true.
So you want to tag team Detective Comics?
Oh, yes, let's talk about Detective Comics.
First off, James Tynion the Fourth.
Yes, James
Tynion
Tynion
the Fourth.
Time.
Yes, I apologize.
with a nice cover by Eddie Barrows
Mhm.
and interior artwork with pencils by Alvaro Martinez. And
You've got this down. I'm impressed.
I memorize. I know.
Tell
my
me
titles.
as an actor. Tomboy was me a good one. Like everything was me a good one.
Wow.
Yeah.
One woman show.
Mm-hmm.
One woman show. Sorry.
That's fine.
Cryptocracy had a whole host of people.
Quick Sean. Woods? I don't know. Anyways, Detective Comics.
Take a comics.
Part 3 in part 3 of the new Rebirth run, and still going strong.
Yeah, no. First off, Batwoman. They brought back Batwoman, and they're writing her properly. It's great. This is the best she's been since they decided that since the creative team left. Really, back during the New 52, because Batwoman was awesome, and then it wasn't, and now she's great again.
Yeah.
And the setup for this, my God!
This is definitely of the two bad books right now. That if you were to pick one, I would say get Detective.
Oh God, hands down.
Yeah. Great exploration of the world. Really, just key character moments every issue.
Everybody gets something.
Yeah. Great use of Tim Drake finally.
Yeah.
You know, you got
Cassandra Cain is back. She's Brown and Stephanie Brown. And, we're not getting Harper, but Tim Drake, like, setting up his own little cave.
Yep.
Clayface, Clayface being a good guy.
Yeah.
Batwoman just being, like, the most badass thing. And the villain for this arc it's Batman's uncle.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a little Arkham Knighty, but
It's very Arkham Knight.
yeah,
It's very Arkham
in
Knight.
their design.
Yeah.
But the story is not.
Yeah, so what they've done is people often don't realize that Bruce had other family, and it's Thomas Wayne was like an only child, but Martha Kane is Martha. Why did you say my name? What? Martha Kane did have a brother.
Two brothers.
Two brothers, and one of them was heavily involved in the military, and is still very, very wealthy, and had a couple of kids, twins.
Yes.
One of whom was kidnapped and driven insane, and the other of whom went through the military, was like top of her class all the way through, and then under Don't Ask, Don't Tell, was revealed to be gay. And they drilled her out, and she had no idea what to do with herself. And this is actually one of the things that I absolutely love about Kate Kane, because most of the time with Bat family members, they're either inspired by Batman or they're trained up by Batman directly, right? So Kate is trying to figure out what she's going to do with the rest of her life, because she wanted to be a soldier. She wanted to serve and protect. And that's her driving goal. And it comes from the loss of her twin, who she thought was killed, and her mom, who basically died in the same room. And so being driven out of the military, she doesn't know what to do with herself. So she's going through like one club to the next. She's just getting drunk and like stumbling drunk, and is coming back from a club one night and gets mugged and beats the crap out of her muggers. Just destroys them, and then turns around, and there's Bruce doing this raw Batman thing, Bat God, and she's just like, what? And Bruce is like, well, you seem to have this under control. Good job. Just in and takes off. And she's like, I want to do that. That is my thing. That is what I am going to do. And her dad actually gets on board with it and trains her up. And she goes out and becomes her own version of Batman. And it's I want to be like you. It's just, okay, this is convenient, and I'm going to take this and make it my own. And she does. She's a phenomenal character. And it just her get her own series at the beginning of the New 52 was great, and then to see what it became was awful. And
This is a nice redemption for the character.
it really is.
So the premise of the book is Batman, and they set up a team with Batwoman being the kind of the ringleader of the team to train up the next generation of heroes. Because Batman's, I guess, through the main Batman title, is going through a bit of a crisis of what am I going to do if I die, even though he just died and came back to life. So I don't know why he's having he's better, faster, stronger than he ever was before.
Yeah, really. Dying sort of crystallizes some things about what's important and what you want to do with yourselves.
So he's made a team up of these up-and-coming heroes
Mm-hmm.
to try and, make them a unit to really unify the Bat family. And it's something that I don't think has ever really been done before.
Not to this extent. Because he did have Batman and the Outsiders.
Yeah, and Batman Inc.
Yeah,
But
so he's had like different groups where he's from the family unit before. And we've seen the
Batman and the Outsiders wasn't that Dick as Batman? No?
There was a
it
Bruce.
started with Bruce.
Yeah.
And then Nightwing took over, and then it continued. And
Bruce
came back.
Okay. It's been a long time since I read this.
But
It's been a long time since those comics were out.
yeah. But the Bat family, like even through Cataclysm, like Bruce is usually kept like a small core of people, but he tends to keep them at a distance, and this was not at a distance. This is no, I'm gonna do right by these people. And so you get like the interesting stuff going on with Tim Drake.
Yep.
You get the much healthier relationship with Stephanie Brown than it was even when she was Robin, because he did not treat her well. In fact, the only relationship that I would say is actually worse would be the one with Cass Kane. And that's simply because of Batman and Robin Eternal and what Cass Kane's origin story is now, as opposed to what it was. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, in this issue, we got a nice, we got more information about the villains of the colony, which is just an Arkham Knight squad trained by Kate's dad.
Well, it's more than that. Because what they've done is they've totally based themselves off Batman.
An army of Batmen that are trained with Batman algorithms to...
It's a secret Black Ops unit where they have studied Bruce. They've used government tech to keep track of Batman's activities. And it actually spans out of a Riddler story, where Riddler took over Gotham and nobody could stop the Riddler. And then Bruce just kind of rode up and took care of it, and that was the end of it. The government was like,
Batman's
we need that. So they've sort of pushed the idea, well, we're going to have a team of Batman.
An army.
And they actually captured it.
Yep.
And they're going through his utility belt at the opening of that, and it's amazing.
Nice.
But how many Batarangs does he have in here?
Item 40 turned... was 30% of what is in the utility belt.
Yeah.
So
and they're talking about how their micronization of their combat gear is going to completely change because of this. And then Bruce escapes. Because of course Bruce escapes. And Bruce figures out what's going on. And then he's been drugged, he's been beaten, they've caught him by surprise, he's still putting up a fight. And then Kate shows up.
the issue is last issue the team minus Batman escaped from the colony, and Tim brings them to pretty much his Batcave that he's building with nice bullet trains hidden under the city to get everybody anywhere in seconds without the use of Batmobiles. And really, just Tyna's doing a fantastic job of really building Batman's mythos in the current era, really just establishing a real status quo that I don't think is being explored enough. Really, any status quo really enough in any other of the Rebirth books.
Agreed.
Especially, and not to rag on Batman proper, but it's still a good title, but nothing. Oh God, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. Okay, it's not. It's probably it was probably my top 5 most excited ones, and it's turned into the one where I constantly go, why did I do this stuff? It's not terribly written. It's just dull. It's very dull and not very generic superhero. So, but again, it was always going to be a tough Snyder to follow up Snyder, especially when he's getting his own title again next month, which I'm really excited about.
There's also different writers.
We're having audio difficulties. Apparently, we keep on breaking up. So, do you know what is recording the audio? Is it the webcam or?
It's probably the webcam.
Is there?
Because we've got this giant microphone in front of us, but
it's
actually
the podcasting thing right there. Do we want to try putting your mic into the thing instead, or to see if that helps with the audio?
I actually haven't taken my mic out of the box yet, so I would need to actually do the whole
setup thing,
rigmarole, and
okay.
I can have that ready for the next time we do this.
Okay, so apologies for the audio. We'll try to have it fixed for next time. But
we will.
Someone from Mexico and someone from Seattle.
Cool.
And they're having difficulties hearing us.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
We're still working at this.
Anything you're missing, you always should go check out our podcast and you can hear whatever you missed.
We will be posting, we'll be posting the audio on SoundCloud and hopefully eventually iTunes.
Yeah.
Once I figure out how to do the RSS coding thing. I'm not technically
We will
smart.
have that set up.
We're getting,
Uh,
we're getting there.
Nerd Cooper is going to get its own webpage. So we will have an RSS feed.
Yeah, exciting news, guys. We're gonna get our own webpage. We're like almost official now.
We are a real thing.
Ooh, it's
For the
exciting.
real people that do real stuff
Yep.
and read real comics.
I like reading fake comics.
It's a fake comic.
I don't know.
What?
I think that's in my head.
Is it an indie comic? That's fair.
Because all comics that are done are real.
Yeah. Yes. Be they web comics or comic strips or I don't know.
Funny themes, funny twists.
Oh god, I read way too many fan comics.
Yes.
Yeah, Carmilla. Anything Carmilla related, I will probably read
Mhm.
because I really like that web series. Okay.
I'll go back to real comics.
Real comics.
I'm going to talk about. Let's see, Nightwing #1.
It's all weird.
It's all weird. You can't really see because I put it in sleeve.
Oh, so it's backwards.
What? Yeah, that's weird. It's weird.
Yes, anyways. Nightwing's back in blue.
Yeah.
And
It was black and red, it was green dark, but black and blue is much more.
yes, I like both.
It's classic.
I like both. But anyways, yes. Dick Grayson is my favorite DC character of them all.
Mhm.
And I really enjoyed Grayson, which Tim Steele wrote that as the current guy of Nightwing. And yeah, it's pretty much great. That part of Grayson's life has ended, and now he's back in the tights.
In the tights for those butt shots.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Which actually this comic contains no butt shots.
Really?
Yeah,
That Barbara was able to identify by his ass.
yeah, that was pretty funny. Yes. So Dick's back as Nightwing, and he's off on his new mission to take down the Parliament of Owls, the international courts of owls. Yes, because in Robin Wood, they coerced him into working for them. So he's a double agent of them instead of Spiral. And yeah, it was a pretty fun just setup, more setup from what Dick's going to be doing. Lots of him going on like quick little missions, saying the Parliament of Owls send their regards. I'm Game of Thrones flashbacks. But it was good. The artwork was pretty solid by Javier Fernandez. Yeah, it was really nice art team. My only complaint is he draws the Nightwing symbol is very, very thin, and it looks a little weird.
Yeah.
Not very intimidating and barely there. I much prefer the version Brett Booth is doing on Titans. Yeah, and it was probably my pick of the week would have been Nightwing. It was a really solid start to this new era, and
That's good.
you should pick that.
Because unlike you, my favorite character is comics crap.
Which character?
Red Hood. Still, Scott Lobdell writing it.
Well, apparently it wasn't too terrible. Though.
I don't know. I can't.
I can't do Scott Lobdell. Somebody one day, Jason Todd will get a comic book where he's not being written by Scott Lobdell.
Well, there was a brief moment.
Where it was James Tynion,
Yeah.
which ended up not being much better.
Well, he had a message
He's
to work
worth making up for a detective though.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Those were definitely the top of my week. But if that's not really your cup of tea, you don't like Nightwing for some random reason, you could also check out The Flash. That was
Flash
pretty
was
cool. Wonder Woman was pretty cool.
Red Rook, anything that man touches is just
Just
good.
The new Batgirl series.
It's
by Hal
fun.
Larson. Yes, it was cool.
It's fun. Batman and Birds of Prey would have been like my pick from last week because that
I
was
personally wasn't it's not my favorite, but your pick. So I'd recommend picking one Batgirl title. Pick up Batgirl Proper. And pick up Action Comics, which I'm quite enjoying. What's that? And then Titans for Nightwing and Wally West.
He's gonna be in the show now.
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Have you seen the second part for it?
Yeah.
Have you seen the actual?
The trailer.
Yeah,
Sure.
oh,
I love that show.
I love it.
Hashtag Davis Rocker now.
With Flash and the Justice League is on the trailer.
Yeah, which we should talk about. I know Grace wants us to do reaction videos. So
I'm totally down. Yeah.
we
Totally
probably
down.
won't live stream this.
No.
But yes, anyways.
Well, we could literally throw the trailer up on the thing. Like,
And do it now.
well, not now,
Not now.
but I'm saying like in future. Particularly if we get the microphone, we can make the trailer quiet and then we can watch the trailer and like white noise the trailer and then we can watch it and just put it out in some monetization or anything else. You're totally in on our plotting
They are talking behind the scenes.
Yeah. The DVD or anything.
Nope. We do our own commentary.
But speaking of Greg Rucka,
Yeah.
Dragon Age Mage Killer came out in trade today.
Oh my God.
I know,
So
and
good.
it's really good. It's very well written. It feels very much like a Dragon Age story.
Mhm.
It's about Tessa and Marius, I believe his name was, who are basically they go around the kill mages because mages in the Dragon Age world are very much feared, and yeah, because I love to go around and kill mages. Woo!
Mages. Bang.
And this one takes place in between Dragon Age 2 and the Inquisition. So the first, I think it was like, what, 2 or 3 issues is before Inquisition, and then like at the end of one of the issues, the breach opens up in the sky. So then they get recruited by the Inquisition, and they have to help save the world. And they're forced to work with mages.
Yeah.
So it's
That's a really low for them.
I know. It's like they go working with them. So it's really cool. If you're a fan of Dragon Age, I highly recommend it because you get more story from Inquisition, which is always good.
Yeah. Oh God.
And Inquisition characters do appear in it.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Dorian's in it. Scott Harding and Lillian.
Lillian is an
She's,
excellent.
yeah, she's
Yeah, she's a mascot pretty much. And pretty much anything Red River writes is going to be amazing. So,
yeah. So, and I really love the art, which was a 3-man team. Carmen Carnero, Terry Pallett, and Michael Athia. I'm sorry, this is
I mean, more than we speak. So
yeah.
just give us some leeway.
Me no good at the speaky thingy.
And yet we're making this live.
What?
I want to talk to the people.
You want to chat?
I want to see what the people are saying. What are people asking?
You're saying that our audio's crappy.
Too quiet, breaking up. Me too, they're watching from Mexico. Fine.
But and then my last pick, because I didn't have time to read any individual issues today because of work, is Miraculous trade paperback, which is Miraculous Ladybugs, issues 1 to 3. So,
Okay,
do you know about this?
I have seen trailers and the occasional thing. I have seen Lucas's cosplay of Le Chat Noir.
Yes.
I have been curious and had no idea what the hell this thing was. So,
Okay, so
please, I want to know all the things.
Miraculous is a French animation TV show, and it's basically about a girl named Marionette who gets magic powers and can change it into Miraculous Ladybug. And then she has this sidekick kind of character that's Chat Noir, or Cat Noir, yeah. And basically he's kind of like an arrogant, like very much in your face, like, hey, I'm the best there ever was, and yeah, they have an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
It's very much fun, and a lot of people really want them to cast in the show, and they come close, but we just don't get it yet. But yeah, so it's kind of like the typical magical girl story where there's like the monster of the week, and then they have to try to turn them back to humans, because what happens is the humans get possessed and turn into monsters. So they basically fight together and change people back into humans. And yeah.
Cool.
It's a lot of fun. It's really cute. The comic is a reprint of the TV episodes. So basically, like this is what the TV show looks like. It's all like 3D rendered and really cute art style. But yeah,
It's cute.
it is. It's really cute. I know
Transformation sequence.
they're doing like an issue a week. So yeah, it's been 4 weeks since issue 1 came out, and I think the trade's already out. So, but if you are a fan of Miraculous, then definitely check out the comic because it's always fun to flip through. And,
I'm not, but I am a huge fan of anime, and again, like I've been legitimately curious about this for a while,
Yeah.
so I will probably check this out.
Very cool. You can pick it up at Big Pete's Collectibles. We have quite a few of them.
That's where
Because I told Pete, he's like, no, get these in. I love the show.
To be fair, I pick up pretty much all of my comics from Big Beats Collectibles, so
Yeah.
Big Beats Collectibles is the official comic book store of Nerd Coover.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Because I work there.
We love you, Pete.
We do.
Yes.
Been shopping there forever. Since I was a small child.
More than 20 years for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've
From,
been around for
More than
25 years.
I know.
I've been shopping there for 11.
I've been on and off. I used to shop there like when I was a wee youngster, and then I would go in like randomly. But I went to that phase where it's just like comics are lame. I'm into the manga. So then I stopped kind of reading comics, and then I was like, this is stupid. I can read both.
The only reason I ever stopped reading comics was because I wasn't yet them. And when I came back, I was like, okay, well, it's been like 2.5 years. I can't catch up. So,
You can always catch it.
well, what ended up catching me up was a live journal account called Kansas Daily. And reading comics, and I mean, you've seen my collection.
Yeah.
It's demented.
Like the entire room over there is filled with comics.
It's true. And my bedroom, and there's more shelves. and
Yeah.
a storage locker.
D Turcot says we're still pretty choppy, but we look great.
Ah,
Thank you, Pete.
well, yeah.
Apparently Darren Walsh, our Seattle friend, shops at Golden Age.
How dare you, sir?
At Place Market. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty great.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a pretty cool store.
I found my Garrett's Italian pop figures there.
Ooh.
I bought a couple of things there. While visiting Emerald City Comic Con,
Yeah.
all things.
Yeah. I managed to get first prints of New 52 Detective and Nightwing when I was down
Nice.
there.
Yeah. The only thing about that Golden Age is that there's not a lot of back issues that I could find anyways.
But you do get to go to Pike Place Market.
I know. I
Which-
get to watch them throw fish. That's freaking cool.
I like their dry fruit store.
I like the candy stores.
Candy stores are great.
And the gum wall, which they got rid of.
They did?
Yeah, they sprayed it all down. Like, power washed it
Weird.
because it's not sanitary.
Okay, that's fair.
But I think people are putting gum back on the walls. So
I imagine so.
I hope so. It's really
Really good fish and chips down there, too.
yeah. Funny story. It took me about half an hour to find Golden Age in my place.
Yeah.
Because that
It's so
there
hidden.
is so
So hidden.
weird. Just underneath it, like if you take it down to sea level, there's an aquarium that's actually really neat too.
What?
Yeah,
Seattle. We got hidden
With all
treasures.
I know this.
Okay, next time I go to Seattle, I have to go. Oh, guys, Cheesecake Factory.
Yes,
Okay, now
I imagine we're all going down Emerald City.
Maybe next year. I could go.
I don't know. I
It
don't
always
know. I
coincides
wasn't
with
going to.
finals for me at school.
I was gonna go for this like coming here because it's too crowded for me now. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
83,000 people. I think.
It's
didn't
insane.
manage- I
I'm
didn't
going to
make it
pass
this
this year. I'm actually really scared because it's even worse.
Yeah.
So, if I go to Emerald City, I'll probably only be for like a couple of days, and I don't think I'll go on Saturday because it's too crazy.
To be fair, there's a lot of other cool stuff to go see in Seattle. So,
Yeah, like the massive fountain that's behind the Space Needle. Have you guys been there?
yeah.
It's insanely big.
I haven't been to Seattle much in a long time.
You guys have the underground
Yep.
city? I want to do that.
There's some awesome stuff in Seattle.
The Cheesecake Factory is I look forward to the most. My Reese's peanut butter cheesecake. Guys, I'm ship me one.
Jeremy Walsh. Send us some cheesecake.
We can also go to the official Black Forest cake
It's not the same.
from Portal.
From Portal?
Yeah. For Portal the game, the cake in that game was actually based off of a bakery's cake in Seattle.
Huh.
Because that game was programmed in Redmond.
Why do all the good cake places exist in Seattle? Why can't we have one? We need a cheesecake factory here.
I wouldn't complain.
I'd go there every day. No, I would complain because I would gain so much weight. I would just be eating cheesecake constantly every day. But yeah, some of those were my picks. And other things I picked up were Gem, the beauty.
Gem was good.
Gem, I flipped through it. I can't really talk about it because I didn't read it. Yeah.
Don't want to spoil it for you. But it's good.
I know there's like a lot of follow from the Dark Really Cool.
There's also we get the Misfits being like, we could go back to Vancouver on tour.
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
Like, that's
Shout out to Poutine, man.
yeah. I love Gem. Here's the thing that I actually get called out on a lot. People are like, I don't understand why you like the girly comic. And I'm like, dude, if you're basing your masculinity or your maturity on the comics that you're reading, you're doing it wrong. The only thing I ask for is qualitative writing. By that I mean it's got to be internally consistent and it has to be interesting. And Gem is fascinating. The art style alone, just how you can hear it when they sing,
Yeah.
the way they set up their song pages is really magical. And Gem is fun. Gem is great. Also, like one of the most LGBT friendly comics
Sure,
on the
yeah.
market. It's
Definitely.
great. So please read.
I do.
I'm a DC fanboy. Literally everything about this week was DC. I've been a happy fanboy since the rebirth began.
Yeah, because most of their comics have been quite good coming out of their reboot. Yep, the latest reboot. Picked up. Don't get too attached because there's another reboot like 2-3 years down the line.
Well, maybe not.
Hopefully not, actually.
I know they rebooted this one because
The new 52 was terrible.
and yeah.
Yeah.
And
Let's make everything grim dark forever.
well, Jeff Johns is in charge now,
Yes,
right?
Thank
so,
God.
So I
Or
think
president. So
as long as he keeps going the way he's going, I think we're good with
I think we're good
reboot.
for
I
the foreseeable
think
future.
I think
Yeah.
everybody at the company is very in on their current
Yeah.
on their current branding. Even Jim Lee and Dan DiDio seem very
very okay.
good with it.
But speaking of reboots, Marvel's rebooting again.
Oh God!
Okay, I just
Zero.
we did an article, so I do a lot of comic book writing, a lot of research and narrative is kind of my thing. I do a lot of writing for a website called Live the Nerd Life. I talk about comics every week on Wednesday mornings, starting Wednesday mornings PST at Last One with 2 N's, so LASTSWANN. And Marvel has been pushing Captain Marvel. They want Captain Marvel to be one of their big flagship characters. Now that they've turned Captain America into a Nazi.
They explained it.
Poorly.
Yes.
Poorly. As dumb as a lot of the other stupid shit that Marvel is doing right now. But Captain Marvel is literally in the center of the 15 books that Marvel is publishing right now that have female leads. The top of the pack is Spider-Gwen. And you take a look at it, and you're like, okay, Miss Marvel is number 8.
Yeah,
She's literally, no, she's, as far as sales go, this is like pure numbers. So she's literally in the dead center. And I think the reason for that is because, you take a look at something like Spider-Man, like all of the stuff above her in sales has its own internal mythology. It's all its own story, and it tends to avoid as many of the crossovers as possible. And Marvel, in their attempt to make Miss Marvel a big deal, shoves her into every crossover they can.
Yeah.
She doesn't have her own. She doesn't have her own cast. She doesn't have her own villains. She doesn't really have her own
There's
anything.
not even a Captain Marvel ongoing series.
Yeah, there is.
Is there?
There is.
Yeah, there
It's
totally
just
is.
not. I don't
Like Miss Marvel is selling better than she is right now.
Okay.
Carol
Yeah.
Danvers is not doing great.
Well, they rebooted and they got rid of the
Kelly Sue
current one.
DeConnick,
Yeah.
which was a mistake.
Then it was
She's great.
Carol Ford.
Yeah. Currently, well, during Battle World, when everything was dumb forever, Battle World I could do it itself because I really wanted to love Battle World. Like, I walked into it being like, okay, we're going to have to suffer through this bullshit. But
Wasn't that the one that Ed wrote?
did Ed Brisson write?
I think he did.
I don't know if he. Pretty much every writer in Marvel had a chance to do something, and some of it was like, okay, this is pretty good, but I don't want to get attached because Battle World is going to end, and none of this is going to matter.
Yeah.
This is your setup. Almost none of it. I mean, it was
The
just.
Ultimate Thor hammer going into the main universe, that mattered. Or is going to matter.
Will it really?
Unworthy Thor.
Yeah.
That's how Thor's
I know, but it's so dumb. Like, all of that stuff is just so dumb. And Marvel actually did something interesting in that the current writer of Captain Marvel is stunt casting.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a legitimate novel writer that they brought in, and she's a total geek girl, and she's awesome. Like, I can't remember her name. I feel really bad for it, and I apologize. But I think it's going to work out really well for Captain Marvel, and not for the reason of writer is a really good writer, which she is, but because Marvel made a big deal out of bringing this person on board, they're going to let her write the comic.
Yeah.
And that would be the best possible thing for that character. And please, for the love of God, stop with the dumb crossovers.
But
Like
that's how they sell their comics.
Especially Marvel. If you look at DC crossovers,
Marvel
crossovers.
Well, again, here's the thing. You look at the comics that sell the best, and they're the ones that don't.
It's true.
So, again, like Spider-Gwen, not involved in the crossover. Like, by design, she can't be involved in any crossover because she exists in her own reality. Mighty Thor sells really well, not attached to anything. Like, I can pull up the numbers right now for you because, again, like, I've got the article.
Yeah, but sadly, still their top sellers is their crossover book.
Yeah, Civil
Civil
War
War.
is definitely our top seller.
Oh
right now.
God,
Yes.
like no question. But the main books are, and I would actually suggest Marvel again. Like, I don't know if any Marvel people are going to end up watching this, but I would suggest you take a page from Valiant's book, which when Valiant does the crossover, it doesn't actually affect. Like, the main titles don't cross into it. You just get the fallout. So you can buy that one crossover, that one book, like they did Book of Death. It's one that comes immediately to mind. Book of Death was a self-contained thing. And there were stories that led up to it, and there were stories that came after it. But none of the characters that were involved in Book of Death had any of the events of Book of Death in their comic. So it allows those writers to continue on with their stories and still have to deal with the fallout of that crossover without you having to buy everything. Just, it's simple stuff.
Aaron really likes Valiant.
Aaron really likes Valiant because most of their comics are really good, and when they're not, I call them out on it. Like Shadow Man was terrible. Shadow Man was terrible. And it was because they couldn't figure out what they wanted to do with it. And again, they kept shifting writers and shifting art teams as well, so you never knew what you were really getting into. And it was bad. But most of the time, like, when Valiant recognizes that something isn't working, they admit it and they stop. So Shadowman went from being like one of their big launch titles to, we're going to come back to this later when we can figure it out properly. And we've seen like a couple of things come out of that since in other titles, but they're clearly experimenting and trying to figure out something that would work. But you contrast that with something like, say, X-Men War, which is phenomenal. Contrast that with even Armstrong, which is one of the funniest comics you could possibly read, or Quantum and Woody, which do you guys know Quantum and Woody?
Yes.
Yeah, Quantum and Woody is awesome. Quantum and Woody Most Guy is one of my favorite things to just give people and be like, you should read this comic because it's hilarious and weird and everything that comics should be. Which isn't to say that all comics should be hilarious and weird. You just need to maintain a good level of quality, which again is that internal consistency of logic and character growth. I'm ranting.
You are a little bit.
A little bit.
Sorry.
That's that.
Yeah.
I'm getting distracted by people talking to us in the comments.
Oh, you stole it. I can't see them now.
Yep.
Can you type in the website name that has the comic reviews?
There you go.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
So, with that, are we done for today, or? I think so. We've gone over what we picked up and
Sure.
what we liked about it.
Definitely.
We were asked what our thoughts on.
With any web addresses and try it again.
Oh,
Okay. Well,
allowed to type in what? Okay, well, we can always see it, I guess. Or spaces.
Yeah.
There you go.
The system.
just livethenerdlife.com.
Yep. Yeah, we were asked. Pretty much what our thoughts on SDCC was.
San Diego.
Yes.
San Diego Comic Con was
Busy?
freaking awesome, but busy. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's a trade show more than it is a convention at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
I get to go to things like this. I get to sit at home like
And
most people.
watch Twitter.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay. That's all I do.
Vancouver Fan Expo is coming up. Do you want tickets?
I have tickets.
Okay, good.
I get those for my
I get
birthday.
vendor passes.
I get them too.
I'm trying to get pressed again. But the trailers that came out of it were great.
Yes.
Justice League looks incredible.
Wait,
God,
do us both.
Yeah.
We're going to do a reaction
Yeah,
video.
Yes, we will. Yes, that's what I said. We're going to do some reaction videos on that soon.
Yeah.
And we should sit down. Because Jenna's not caught up on anything DC related.
No, I
We should
know.
sit down. We can talk Rebirth.
I can talk about Rebirth.
Yeah.
Special.
I can do a special everything.
Because I've read almost everything.
We've also got the. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, nothing. Just I've read pretty much everything that's come out of Rebirth currently. There's only like 2 or 3 things I haven't picked up so far.
I've read what I can. I've been ridiculously busy.
I have a
lately.
con coming up, so I'm really behind in everything.
I was unemployed for 2 weeks, so
So you have to.
I spent all my money on comics. Caught up on my massive stack of graphic novels.
Well, there you go. That's not something. And now you have a job to buy more comics.
I finally read.
The addiction.
Yes, I finally read Fight Club 2.
No.
Artwork is really good.
Yeah.
Picked up the first trade of Sheriff of Babylon.
Really,
Pretty solid.
really good.
Tom King is definitely going to become like the next big name in comics.
Cool.
I can see that.
Because he's everything he's written always kills it reviews wise, even if it doesn't necessarily kill sales wise. I haven't picked up Omega Man yet, but I've heard great things about that.
It's good.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Vision is
Oh God, Vision.
the best thing Marvel's got putting out right now, other than Doctor Strange.
I would agree with that. I really like Jason Aaron
Yes.
in general. I really like Al Ewing, whose name I'm again probably
I think
mispronouncing.
it's Ewing.
Yeah.
What else is
Not
Tom
bad with
written?
names.
He also, again, he was writing Grayson too.
Yeah.
The longest time. He had a novel that I've seen at home that I haven't read yet. So I think Tom King is a big name to watch out for in the years. Batman is probably his weakest work so far. It's not bad. It's just,
Well, here's the thing. Not everybody can write everything. Right? It's true. Like you need to be able to identify with the character in order to write that character, and figuring out what themes are for a given character can be hard. It's one of the reasons that so many is because people can't figure out who she actually is. And it's dead simple. Like, it baffles me that so many people don't get it. It's the same thing with Superman, right? Like, people don't get that. With the Superman story, the threat is not to Superman. The threat is to everybody around Superman, or even to a specific person. And it's that's what drives the drama of the Superman story.
So you just test the character emotionally. That was good. Superman, American Alien.
That's really good.
I love that comic.
That comic is awesome.
And I missed meeting Max Landis.
Yeah, you did.
I did. But he's here. He's around everywhere.
Yeah.
He's here a lot.
I like wrestling and wrestling.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Max Landis.
I'm a huge wrestling fan.
Yes, Tom King. I think he gets Batman, but he just isn't fleshing his story out enough.
Well, give it time.
Yes, I think give him a couple more arcs and he'll really get into this swing of it. Because even Scott Snyder, I mean, Black Mirror was great, but it took him a while to really get into it and really make it his own. And I think Tom King's trying to make Batman his own outright from the beginning, rather than really at the same time. I get Batman the animated series vibes off it, so it's not that bad in my book.
Yeah.
Did you-
That's like best Batman.
Oh,
Exactly.
did you see Killing Joke?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
man. No.
That's something we gotta talk about another time.
Yeah, that's an entire episode. On
Yes,
its
that
own.
is an entire episode.
The things we could say.
Yes, I
At length.
Yes.
kind of glad I didn't go pay for it in theaters yesterday. Found it legally online.
You were alive, dude.
We don't
It's okay, I'm
associate
going-
with this one in his criminal activity.
But I am going to probably buy it.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
I know. I want something that's totally going to buy the Blu-ray.
I meant to go see it.
Extras.
Yeah, I love extras on DC's animated films, so that's why I'm going to buy it. I have every intention to,
Mhm.
so I'm not a criminal. I'm just previewing the film itself.
Yeah, FBI and NSA, please don't come after our friend. We like him.
It's like the one I stream. I didn't even download it. I didn't download and steal anything. Streaming is not stealing. I decided that.
Okay.
Anyways, on that note, maybe
Yeah.
we should sign off before we get to more criminal activity.
Can I check off any more criminal activity?
Nope, we're good.
Go
We're good.
Yeah, no,
Should I read word for word and show the camera every page of all the comics?
No.
well, that you can actually kind of do. But
I
not
guess
got
monetized.
monetized.
But he got monetized. I don't get how this channel works.
I do, but I'm not going to reveal it here.
All right.
Aaron, tell
So, this has been Nerd Fever Live for
me. First,
July 27th.
the second time fully functional.
Well, not fully
First
functional.
time, almost fully functional.
We will get the audio working next time.
Yep,
And then we'll have video and audio.
it's going to be great.
Yes.
We've got another book review coming up.
By calling
So-
Saturday.
That should be great. Yes, let's go. That is awesome. So that's the second book of the Awaken series. Nate and I are at some point going to sit down and I don't know if we're going to film it or I don't know. Nothing.
All right, so they're gonna.
Like, so tomorrow, we don't really like to see it, but tomorrow I think we're going to talk.
Something.
Yeah, we'll talk to you with Rebirth.
Do it.
Yeah, talk to Rebirth. Often beats and first a couple more things.
I'll be at work. Whee!
Come by. Join us. We'll grab like some pizza and just talk.
I'll be at work.
At 7:30?
Yeah,
Oh.
Thursday night magic.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we should probably mention that. Big Pete's Comics and Collectibles hosting Magic the Gathering.
Come bug me. No, don't, because I'll get in
Go play the
trouble.
Go play the game. Go play
Go
Magic.
play the game. Like, yeah, this is an event, so go check out Big Pete's Comics. It's
Yeah,
a
I'll
Magic
be
the Gathering tournament.
Maybe we'll be
It happens, is it every Thursday or every second Thursday or
It's every Thursday.
every Thursday?
Yeah.
Starting at, I think, 6?
6:30 sharp.
6:30 sharp.
Don't be
Be
late.
there.
There you have it.
Be there.
What's
See
the,
ya. Might see us.
yeah,
Yeah.
what's the reward?
Depends on how many people show up. You get basically people pay $5 and it goes into a pool.
Mhm.
And then the winners, the first and second place, get the pool of us.
And I do believe
Credit.
it's the standard on Thursdays.
Is it standard or modern? I can't remember. We switched it. It might be modern.
Make me sound like I play Magic still.
I haven't really played since I stage, and I don't miss it.
I had to choose between
Magic and colors.
and choose colors.
It says it's modern.
It's modern. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
Apparently, also the fourth Sharknado movie is on Sci-Fi this weekend.
Oh my god.
Sadly, we're in Canada, so we don't get sci-fi.
I don't know. Maybe.
No, we don't get sci-fi.
Get all my TV on internet. So
Oh, that's true. Yes, space.
I can't believe there's 4 Sharknado movies already.
I can. I have a whole collection of Asylum movies that tell me that.
I love
Sharknado-
Asylum movies.
So do
Titanic
I.
too.
Oh my god!
Amazing.
American Battleship
I haven't seen.
which was better than Battleship.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot.
Uh-huh.
Well, have you seen what was it? Airplane versus Volcano.
Yup.
Love that.
Okay, I have a movie. I have the very first Asylum movie.
Oh dear.
So if you want to come over and like we can live stream the absolute horror that is this movie.
All right. Sounds like a good idea.
I think we'll have to call it a close now. As I
Yeah, it's like-
because
And
Yeah.
I gotta get going.
Good night. Thank you for
thank you so much for watching
And listening.
and listening.
Spread the word, like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, what did you read this week?
Yeah,
Yeah, let us know if we missed anything and should be talking about it.
Yeah.
We-
Or just anything at all. Just talk about this week. What have you been reading? What did you like?
Yeah.
You read it? Tell me about it. It's great. isn't it?
Reading Civil War. What did you think of issue number 3?
Yeah. Whatever.
Come on, guys.
Karnak is really cool.
I'm not here to support my
I'm actually, on the,
And
I'll tell you why. If we're going to do Rebirth, we should also probably do a Civil War II thing. And
Actually, I just saw it happens. I don't actually read the comics.
it's actually much better than the first one. Much better than the first one. Like, as much as I harp on crossovers because I hate them, this one at least makes sense. And the character motivations are there. Like, you can see where that divide is.
someone whistling outside.
Somebody clearly likes our show. But
Oh, yay! Thanks, people.
yeah, I
They're
think we're,
applauding us.
I think we're good.
I think they're actually calling for a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
Yeah. Well, thank you for
Thank
watching.
you.
We'll be back next week.
Yeah. With better audio.
Yes.
Yes. And hopefully it won't take us an hour and a half to actually get live.
Yes.
Maybe I should give you
Whoa.
this back and then I can grab the keyboard that actually does the thing. So you stop the broadcast, which I'm doing